farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebud guys.
Oh, cameras are hard.
We're really bad at this sometimes. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Unless you're the first time you're seeing us, then thanks for giving us a shot.
Welcome,
yes. So, like, subscribe, all the stuff we always ask you to do. I won't go into that real deep this time. But I will say we're doing something that we're extremely excited about, that we've been looking forward to doing for a year and a half.
Yes, we actually have an episode buried on a hard drive somewhere when we were testing out if this was even going to be a thing or if we were just going to drink by ourselves. Shock, we decided to bring you along with us.
This is the first whiskey we ever done. This is what made us do those Tastebud guys.
Yeah. So,
and we got this. We went over to Lyle's house, sat on his couch, did a test run with some beer, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, it was like, let's try whiskey and see what happens.
And here's what happens. He showed up with Jim Beam, and I was like, I know it's a test run, but like, could we not get a better whiskey?
Turns out we couldn't.
We were blown away by this, and we have talked for like a year and a half. Like, we have to get this on the show. We got to do a review of it, and sadly we haven't. So here's
the thing. I've been trying to do it, but for whatever reason, right after we started drinking, and we've been through several bottles of this.
Yeah.
When the show first started, we was looking for a place to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, you could buy that for $14.99 a bottle locally.
Yep.
And then suddenly it vanished. And I just hadn't been to a point where I could go pick it up, worth the money, and get it back here. And today, when we was buying a lot of the other budget whiskeys, I found this one, and we got it. And I had to pay more. Mm-hmm. It was $19.99. Still an absolute steal.
Yep.
But they come up in the price a little bit.
Now, here's the kicker. Jim Beam's whiskey's there for a while. Everything across the board was like $14, $15, $16.
Yeah.
The black label, white label, double oak, even the red stag and weird flavored crap.
Yeah.
Here's my only complaint about this whiskey. Listen to this cork. Oh. I don't understand why it's so hard to put.
I don't understand why you picked up the cork and not the bottle.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair.
All right, so as we said, this is Jim Beam Double Oak. Guys, we did an episode on Jim Beam way back when. They're one of the oldest whiskey distilleries in the nation. We say 1795 is when they started, something like that.
Yes, they started in 1795. They were interrupted by Prohibition, as a lot of distilleries were. That's when they took the name Jim Beam in 1943 after Prohibition. In honor of James
Beauregard Beam,
which is just the most fantastic name.
It's a good name. It's a good name.
Yeah.
So, why is it this is the one we like so much? Why is this one better than the white label? This one better than the black? In our opinion, I will.
So
somebody yells at me.
The white label's like a standard bourbon, right? And for that class of bourbon, I think the Evan Williams Black is better. Now, I think...
Which we discovered last episode. Well, I don't know if it was the last episode for you guys, but it was 10 minutes ago for us.
The budget bourbon shootout we did. Yeah.
Right. So, but, difference between white and black label Jim Beam is what? Just filtering or aging?
Aging. Black label's aged, I think, 4 years.
Okay.
Maybe another 4 years. I can't remember.
And then the other significant Jim Beam was they're bonded.
Yes.
Which is 100 proof, bottled in bond.
Actually turned the bottled and bond Jim Beam into an infinity bottle,
which we'll get to in a different episode.
Right before we went on stay-at-home orders for coronavirus, and when we came back, we weren't sure what was in it.
True, we're still not sure what's in it. So, the only other significant Jim Beam product that's not in some of their higher end stuff is this one. Everything else is like a flavored.
Yes, there's basically Black Label and this are the two like higher end Beam products. Black Label, I think it was aged 4 years. This one is aged 4 years and then poured into a second freshly charred white oak barrel and then aged for flavor. So,
you know what? I was going to just read the side of it, but you pretty much nailed it. So, all right.
I haven't had this in so long, and the nose on it is
so good. So one of the reasons I didn't put this in the shootout is because, one, it's not a traditional Kentucky straight bourbon. I don't know. Is it still considered Kentucky straight? Probably not. But it is incredibly oaky.
So the oak is, it's obviously double oak, right? Oak should be big, and it is big. It's good. Little char on the nose.
I will still go so far as to say this is one of my absolute favorite whiskeys, and I'm counting top shelf stuff over there and here too.
Yeah.
It's now I'm not saying it's better.
No. Yeah.
And it is different in some cases, but for $20, for bang for your buck, this is always going to be one of my top ones. But even just genuinely liking to sit down and drink, I really, really like this whiskey.
I'll tell you what, if my cabinet was empty, I would buy 3 bottles of this before I bought a $60 bottle of something that was really good, because this comes up pretty damn close to that quality.
I really think we're going to see the price on this continue to go up.
I think so. Here's the thing. It's a 4-year whiskey, at least. Now, once it leaves the...
And a unique flavor profile.
Yeah, and once it leaves the first barrel, it goes into another barrel until it's, taken out for taste, so they monitor. So there's no actual age statement on the second part. It's such a perfect balance of burn, char, and sweet. Mm-hmm. It's everything all at once in the perfect amounts.
It's very heavily wooded, too, which is why I like it so much. Now, it's almost like a Scotch where it's got that much peaty, but it's not smoky. It's just that wood. And... Man, I
can tell you're getting ready to drag something off the shelf.
I'm not going to. What I was going to do, what I was going to point out, I was going to ask, have you ever had the Woodford Reserve Double Oak?
No, no, because the seal's still on it. Have you had it?
No, I just meant in your lifetime, not here.
I haven't.
Okay, that one's coming up pretty quick. When we do that, we might want to drag this one back down and go Double Oak.
Now, here's the kicker. The Woodford Double Oak, what's this run? 40, 50?
I want to say it's about $40.
$40.
I actually don't remember. It might be 35.
Good looking bottle, right? It says Woodford on it. Something you probably want to keep on your shelf and just, it looks nice on the shelf. Now, this is a fine looking bottle.
That's also 90 proof. This one's 40.
I love
80.
Love the label on this. Cool looking bottle. No shame in having this in your cabinet. I like the
square bottle. I'm very happy with the square bottle.
However, if you wanted to take your bargain Double Oak bourbon, but you were a little ashamed of the Jim Beam, man, the color on that would be beautiful in a decanter. Yeah.
I'm curious about the Woodford. I've had Woodford, but not the Double Oak. Mm-hmm. I know how much I like this one. I'm going to tell you right now, Woodford's going to have to really stand up tall to make me think it's worth the $35 or $40 I spent on it.
It's just a damn good bottle of whiskey. That stands up with Sonoma and Heaven's Door. The only thing that I can't... Bibb and Tucker and some of those cleaner whiskeys, this is not clean. This is a dirty, woody whiskey.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
This is more akin to Iron Root. It's not as sharp and as...
So you threw Heaven's Door in there with that. Heaven's Door is one of the ones I think of as a clean whiskey. You think it's a little dirtier?
I just think it's a standard whiskey.
Okay.
It's good. It's fantastic, worth the money for sure. But Bibb and Tucker, something.
But Iron Root, it's a big.
I think
smack you around.
I think
whiskey.
this is in that territory.
Okay.
It's not as robust as Iron Root, and not as good. But also, Iron Root's $40-$50 a bottle. This is $20.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking a 2-for-1 at that point.
That's true.
So, I don't know. This is a great daily drinker.
Well, the reason we brought this one back on is because this was an eye-opener for us. Even though we was talking about trying to learn stuff and get in our own taste buds,
Yeah.
what really happened is we had this preconceived notion of what Jim Beam was going to be because we drank it when we was younger. We was just like, oh, that's just all the stuff you drink when you're out in the field. Cheap whiskey. It is cheap whiskey.
Yep.
But it isn't cheaply made whiskey. It's just inexpensive to buy.
And it's one of our country's oldest distilleries that have
And I would love to go see it.
continually made great Kentucky
I
straight
really
whiskey.
hope one day I get to go over and take a good tour of their place. And we was both shocked when we got it out of the glass and was like, pop that cork on that, smelt that. It was like, wow, what have we been missing? And we really opened our eyes to what our preconceived notions has been.
Here's the thing about this, is I haven't had this in probably at least 6 months.
I was going to say
probably
it's probably
closer
6
to a
months
year.
to me.
Just as good as the last time I
Well,
had
it
it.
was the last
So,
bottle we had here, so I'm sure if
Yeah.
we go back in videos till we see one disappear, it may have been a year.
it was dang good. So, all right. Well, until next time.
Call with my mouth full. Whether it be the double oaked whiskey that you are drinking,
The food that you're eating.
the clothes that you're wearing,
or the people that you're meeting, grab a buddy and, hey, try something new.